and the Florida State Seminoles, a place simply known to some as the Dope. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Florida Gators, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Gators will kick it away first. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Florida State's offense takes the field for the first time today. The Sunshine State is so rich in talent. The players have known each other in many cases for a long time, and that brings the intensity to a fever pitch.
And they do not like each other, Reese. 3 of the 4 years that I was a part of this rivalry game, there were bench-clearing brawls in the middle of the field before opening kickoff. This game just feels different.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. Brought down at the 27. It's a 5-yard pickup on the play. Renegade was feeling his oats the last time these two got together as Florida State blew out the Gators.
And with that win, it just carried so much momentum throughout the rest of the season for the Seminoles and in the offseason as well. This is one of those games, if you win like that, you make a statement, not just in the state of Florida, but all across the country.
He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29. This rivalry only dates back to the late 50s, but what it might lack in long-term history, it more than makes up for in disdain, guys.
Well, this game certainly doesn't have the longevity historically that a lot of other rivalries have in college football, but this game always means so much. It impacts the conference championship race, the national championship race, and the Heisman Trophy.
And the defense gets to the quarterback. You see a Gator bringing the heat like that, you think about Derek Harvey, who was the MVP of the national championship game in '06.
And Alex Brown and Javon Curse, they had a long list of guys that can really make the quarterback's life difficult. You got to put pressure on the quarterback. You got to affect him. Really nice job on this play.
Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. And the Seminoles have their offense in high gear. Jones wants to throw it, and he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come in.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
They'll go to the ground. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. They're about to snap it for the 10th time on this opening drive, but they need a conversion to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in. It's McCoy. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Skips away from pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
A methodical, relentless, somewhat demoralizing opening drive for the defense as they've just moved the ball down the field. Now it's 3rd and short.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete. So the Florida Gators offense will go to work for the first time today. As dynamic as this guy is on the outside, Jesse, you know he's going to be peeking that way from the free safety position.
Yeah, he's been watching the film. This dude in the middle, man, he can light people up. So you can't tiptoe. You got to be aggressive and run in there. But this is a pretty interesting matchup today.
And I love safeties that make receivers think. Make them know they're going to be there over the middle of the field, and you better think twice about catching that football.
He's got it again. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. The Gators are in the hurry-up. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And that is an all-too-familiar sight. Listen, this team won last week, but they gave up 4 sacks. They got to protect this young man early in this game. Don't set the tone, and let's not go back to last week.
First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. He gets a block. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the... outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
Last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. And you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Power football with the run. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. As they get set to snap it just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll run it. And they'll get enough for the first down, and that's how things will come to a close here in the first quarter. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. First down to start the drive after the break. Leaves it with the back. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. The Gators headed quickly to the line. Looking downfield, it's Burns. He looks that one in nicely. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. And the Gators are rolling down the field. Comes out throwing on first down. And the pressure was all over him in the blink of an eye.
Linebackers are so fast nowadays, so multiple. They can do so many different things. Not only do they play the run, but if I need you to go get a sack, I can just send one of those fast linebackers that can rush the quarterback.
That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's second down. Takes a handoff, and he's going right. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was incredible.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And that's now their 3rd sack of the game. This is one of the best units in the entire country getting after the quarterback. They have done such a great job recruiting athletes up front and in their front 7. They can blitz, they can rush you with 4, with 3, but they've got dudes that can beat you one-on-one, and you're seeing that in this game.
He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit in this one.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. The Noles injecting some attitude, throwing the spear down and declaring they're going to run the football.
Run the football, be aggressive. This is the part of the offense that, remember, it was a long time at Florida State. Offensive line play wasn't good enough. They got to get that physicality, that run game, if they want to be a great program again.
They'll run it to the right. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through, and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on a defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. The Seminoles pick up the first down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play?
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They've been running it, but now the pass. Quickly out to the tight end. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Nothing too surprising about seeing the Seminoles being productive in the passing game.
Man, we can think back, Reese, to so many great offenses for Florida State, whether it's Charlie Ward or Chris Wink, whoever it is, the trigger man being really, really good is the start of a great Florida State team.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Rides to the back. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Grabs it in the middle. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. The kicker will reach for a 36-yard attempt. It is perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it's now a final in one of the more intriguing games of the season, this huge top 5 clash. Michigan State made it look easy, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit road win. And a victory like this only confirms there is something special brewing with these Spartans. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other could have a case for the #1 spot in America, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
What can't you say about how dominant this guy has been each and every week? He's making a case for the Heisman Trophy. He's making a case for every major college football award. He's making a case to be the #1 overall pick in the NFL draft. That's now his 20th sack of the season.
They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Looking for a man. It's Burns. Unloads to the wideout. Hauls it in. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. To the air on first down. Trying to beat the D deep. He's got it inside the 30. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. The Gators will have it 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built the lead.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. This field goal attempt is going to be an even 50-yarder. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
And no sting for this team. I tell you what, when you drive the field against a really, really good defense and you have an opportunity to get points, you got to capitalize on them now. And that one will sting a little bit because I thought the offense did a good job moving the ball down the field.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think
He'll off one deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 10. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
And, man, he had nobody around him. That has got to be embarrassing for this defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely
Close to the end zone, and the ball's out. Oh, look what I found. The offense keeps it. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Jones to throw. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3 ball here before the break. And he'll have to be precise from the left hash in this short angle. Just drives it between the uprights. Put a 3 spot on the board as we finish the 3rd quarter. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, gentlemen. Seldom do the rational turn irrational the way they do when these two teams and fan bases get together in the Sunshine Showdown. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between 3rd down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the battle between Florida State and Florida plays out.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the 2nd half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the 2nd half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime, you riled yourselves up, and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
They'll try to run for it. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell, ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go. Hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
The Gators in the hurry up. Dropping back, it's Burns. Gets it out quickly. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. They'll try to get the first through the air. Fires to the big fella. That's the 20. He's got space. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Give to the running back. Here it is trying to bash it forward. He got a couple. It's down at the 11. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Quarterbacks don't have high completion percentages from their backs. It's been really hard for this QB to get any kind of rhythm. We've got to change something up here. We've got to do something different because right now it's just a sack play.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. This one will be a 45-yard attempt, and he'll kick it from the left side. Right down the boulevard, it's good. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. It's complete. A huge pickup. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
The give. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. The Noles want to pick up the tempo. On 2nd and goal, they go right back to it. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, a very interesting scene playing out right now in this marquee top 25 matchup. USC has just had no answers today. You should see what the Trojan greats are saying on social media right now. Reggie Bush, Matt Leinart, talk about not safe for work. They're trailing by 21 to Notre Dame. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The pull and throw off the RPO. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he slid through that attempt, and he's got room. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. And the Gators are on the move. Back to throw, it's Burns. Going deep. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, the offense is sending a very clear message. They didn't hit that play, but they've shown they've got the quarterback with the arm talent, and they've got the wide receivers with the speed. They are going to try and take shots and take the top off this defense. So if you're the secondary on defense, you know right now you're going to be in your back pedal. You're going to be turning and running a lot throughout the course of this game.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. The Gators will line up to punt it away. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. They're bringing heat. Floating away. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Gets open down the middle. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try to pick up the first. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff, where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Jones wants to throw it. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Finds a man on the left. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the ground with the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
He's looking to throw. Unleashes one deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away, and that's one he'd like to have back.
Moves away as he feels pressure. That's caught. It's McCoy. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Line gets set, 1st down. Back to pass, it's Burns. Using his legs to buy some time. Short gain on the play before he slides. The Gators racing to the line in the hurry-up. Leaves it with the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And the ball is picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. How about the patience from this sophomore to hunt that green grass?
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few 1st downs together, we're looking really good.
To the ground. He's got it again. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. The give from the gun. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Quarterback will audible. Looking to throw, it's Croman Hope. Blasted as he lets it go. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. The offense set for a 1st down play. They'll start this drive with a pass. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. 2nd and 10 here. He's looking to throw. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Goodwin. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Pass on the way. It's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. The give to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. The give to the back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking to throw, it's Croman Hope. Gets away from 1. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Noles will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They're starting to feel a little desperation here, David. They just can't press yet.
It's go time. We got to put some drives together, down multiple possessions, Jesse. We don't have any time to waste.
Yeah, so at this point of the game, your best players have to touch the football. You've got to dial up plays, getting your biggest playmakers involved now if you're going to win this game.
And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. And you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Off the play fake. He's going up top here late in the game. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Time is not on their side right now. They can't afford too many more incompletions like that. They need to come up with some connections, and they've got to score points. They've got to get this passing game going now.
Getting some heat. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on third down.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Gets away. And this sophomore quarterback learning when to use his legs to move the chains. And the Gators will hustle to the line. And they spike it and get the clock stopped.
The pass is incomplete. It's now second down.
They'll line up for a second down play. Back to throw, it's Burns. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
Coming after him. And down he goes, and that's going to do it. Didn't have much of a chance there, and the defense puts an exclamation point on this one. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while.
Hi, folks, and welcome to one of the big occasions on the college football calendar. Two teams that have earned their right to play for the championship of the ACC. Think about all the playoff and national championship dreams that have been launched from this stadium. There's a lot more at stake than a championship trophy here today. There's playoff positioning and potentially just getting into the playoff on the line as well. So the stakes have never been higher. As we'll see the number 11 team in the country, the NC State Wolfpack, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. The kickoff team is out there, and here we go. A conference championship on the line right now. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. So NC State's offense comes on the field first today. And here he comes, the quarterback, all eyes on him. He's the guy that just makes everything go.
Well, this guy's Mr. Do-It-All. It's almost odd to say this about a quarterback, but he truly does. He's the echo of the coach and the connector of this offense. When everyone is hooked up to him, this team operates at maximum capacity, and that usually means their opposition is in trouble.
Takes the handoff. It's Scott. That run takes it across the 30-yard line.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Caught over the middle. It's Marshall. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now.
Well, the coaches told us all week, don't be shocked if we used a fullback in the passing game. I thought they were kidding us, but here it is for a first down.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Here's the snap, looking to throw. Got him for a sack. A big play made by one of the senior leaders of this defense.
It just looked like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a bit too long that time, allowed the defense to be able to get the pressure, and they come up with the first sack of the game.
This offense faces a 2nd and 15. The O-line needs to regroup. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Caught in the backfield. It's Jackson. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Well, they don't pick up the first down here, but if you can use the quick passing game to stay ahead of the chains, it definitely helps your offense. And if that defense starts to creep up and take that away, that's when you can take a shot downfield.
What will the call be on 3rd and long now from the 44? Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Freshman introducing himself to the quarterback there.
Well, I love this defense and how they're playing some man coverage. And let's face it, when you do that, it's a bit risky. You can leave your defensive backs out there on islands, but the good combination of good coverage with a good pressure on the quarterback, and you come up with sacks like this.
And the punt team now on to kick it away. Looking to flip the field here. See if he can make something happen with the return. The coverage team makes the stop on this return. So the Seminoles offense comes out for their first possession today. All right, Kirk, let's take a quick look at the impact players for today's game and how they're going to affect the outcome.
These are your leaders on the field and in the locker room. These are your go-to guys, not only when you need a play to be made, but also when you need somebody to rally your team.
And the single back takes the handoff. One down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Getting set. Here's second down. And there's the handoff. Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49.
Good push up front and great acceleration by this back. I tell you, he's doing a pretty good impression right now of a combination of greats that they've had at Florida State. Guys like Warrick Dunn and Devontae Freeman, and more recently with guys like Cam Akers and Dalvin Cook.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. They don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure, and now it brings up third down. Back to throw. It's Jones. Defense is coming after him. And he can't escape. It's a sack for the defense.
I think that was a coverage sack as much as anything. They sat back in a dime defense with 6 defensive backs, and none of them blitzed. They just sat back in coverage, and the defensive line eventually came up with a sack.
This will be fair caught back at the 10-yard line. Here comes the NC State offense back out on the field now. The last drive, they came up empty, had to kick it away. Can they come up with something here? Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Sacked, dropped at the 3.
A risky call here, close to their own goal line. They're lucky they did not give up a safety in 2 points.
First down sack, pushes the ball back. Second down coming up. Takes the handoff. It's Scott. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, if somebody talks about a play being blown up, this is a great example of that. That's Exhibit A for how to be physical on defense.
QB decides to keep it here. He's going to be tackled in the end zone for a safety.
That's how you get a game started by this defense. What a way to score here early. We'll just have to see if these 2 points make much of a difference if this game ends up coming down to the wire.
So following the safety, it's a free kick. They'll kick it away from the 20. Bringing it back, it's Winston.
Return brings it out to the 32. And your Florida State Seminoles will take over.
And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. They're trying to build on their lead. They were forced to punt on the last possession. First play of the drive now. They'll start from the 32. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Handoff here from the shotgun. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. He's going to take off here. Could not get there on the scramble, short of the marker, and now a 4th down decision coming up. The ball near midfield, no punting team. The offense is going for it. Here we go, 4th down. They'll try to run for it. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
And that is a gutsy call to go for it on 4th down in your own territory. But you can see that this coach is confident in his offense and going to their go-to plays that they call specifically for these situations.
And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
And a nice gain there with scramble. He saw an opening and tried to get there with his legs. One of those critical 3rd down plays coming up. try and muscle for the first down. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Man, because everything seems to be clicking for this offense. And if they can keep this up through all 4 quarters, it could get really ugly by the 4th.
The Noles lining up here on 1st and 10. Looking for some space. It's Thomas. Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice, solid game.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Noles. Methodical but effective, Kirk. Probably one of the most impressive drives we've seen in a conference championship game.
Hey, I have to agree with you. Long drives like that are like a great painting. Slowly layering all the intricate facets until you have a masterpiece completed. That drive was put together in the same fashion. Just masterful execution on that drive.
Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Defense will make the stop and what will probably be the final play of this opening quarter. As we break for the quarter, Kirk, Florida State is on top. Let's check out the stats now through the opening period. They've flipped into the field. We're ready now for the second period. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
The Florida State offense heads back onto the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. Handing off on the draw play. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, nowhere to go on the inside on that draw. Tried to bounce it, Kirk, but nothing doing.
How about the push there from the middle of that interior, that defensive line? As you said, nowhere for him to go, so he's trying to make something out of nothing. And by going out...
And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Looking to scramble now. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
And it is fun to watch this guy get out in the open field. I didn't realize he could run like this. That's a big game for this offense.
First down and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Love the aggressive mindset from the play caller here on first down. Take a shot downfield. The only thing is, they're all covered. Nobody's open. He gets flushed out of the pocket, decides to run towards the boundary and gets out of bounds, and a good gain and a first down.
So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Heading left after the handoff. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Seminoles.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his second touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
After the PAT, the lead is now 60 points. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. So the NC State offense is back out on the field now. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession, ended in a pick. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Receiver in motion now. Looking for a gap. It's Scott. Breaking free at the 35. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there. NC State comes to the line quickly. It's a quarterback keeper. He's past the marker and still going. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Boy, this offense does such a great job of putting the threat of the quarterback and the running back on this defense. It puts the defense in a tough spot because it's really hard to take both away. This time, the quarterback gets out and shows you the speed he has as well.
Play action here on first down. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. Well, you've got to think about changing things up. The snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
Pass protection a serious issue. Another sack makes it second and long. Play action fake. Looking to throw. And the pass rush has got him again. Back-to-back sacks.
Chris, that's another sack for this guy. That's back-to-back plays. This guy's been able to get to this quarterback. Man, he is in a zone and feeling good right now. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm either rolling away from that guy or you got to think about double-teaming him just to keep him out of the backfield.
So bad plays on first and second down puts him in a tough spot here. Third and very long. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. He fires this throw, and it's intercepted. Going the other way, can they stop him? Return to pick six. Touchdown, Florida State. Well, the takeaway and the touchdown, that is just a dream play for any defender, Kirk.
Well, let's start with the interception. I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability to be able to secure it. Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows you what he can do with the ball in his hands and takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
No problem with PAT right down the middle. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Tackled at the 12. The coach wishes he left that one in the end zone. So here comes the Wolfpack offense back out on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after going to pick six last time out here. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. Back in motion now. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. That's the running back who makes the catch across the middle. Really solid first down gain. He's just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot. It's second down after that completion. And here's the handoff. Looks like NC State will have the first down.
Well, another short game for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
On first down, they'll keep their running game churning. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. So we've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to get something going here and cut into this lead before halftime. Second down after that run on the previous play. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. On the ground, it's Scott. Defense able to stop him. It's fourth down now. They bring the punter onto the field now. They're going to kick it away for the second time. No fair catch. Looking to make a return here. He's brought down, but a good effort to make something of that return. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? Off the play fake on first down. Fires it to the wideout. Pass is caught right near the sideline. What a catch, does get the foot down.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Fires it to the wideout. Here's a wide open receiver, complete. The tackle is made, but the offense is now set up with first and goal from the 8.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Offense racing down the field. It sets up a first and goal inside the 10. There's the handoff. Almost out of bounds, just short of the end zone.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Knowles.
And it's just a thing of beauty to watch this offense. That's this guy's third touchdown. But give the offensive line a lot of credit. They're getting enough of a push to give him some room to show you what he can do with that space.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. Here comes the NC State offense back out on the field now. They've got a choice here in the final minute. Do they get aggressive, try to cut into this lead, or play it safe and point toward the second half? No connection there. The pass is incomplete.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. You got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
Second down play coming up. After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. Using his legs on the scramble. Tries to get to the marker with his legs, but comes up a little short on the scramble. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. Crucial third down play coming up. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now fourth down.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. Third and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes. Just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this fourth and short.
After that incompletion, the offense will get set to punt. And it's taken at the 25. Good effort by the return man. They get it down, but that's a solid gain on the return. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Bringing pressure. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for one or two more plays before halftime. This pass rush has been a problem. Another sack sets up second and long. Dropping back, it's Jones. Running out of time in the pocket. And it falls incomplete with just 6 seconds remaining to play.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Looks like the final play of the half coming up. Now in third and very long, looking to throw. He breaks free. He escapes one man, but he'll be swallowed up in the play and taken down. Defense spends their second timeout to try to regroup. The offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half.
Timeout, Florida State.
This will likely be the last play of the half. Needs a completion here on fourth down. Contact as he let the ball go. They can't come up with it there, and that's going to do it. Time runs out in the first half. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Chris, we go through an entire regular season to get to this point, and thus far the ACC Championship has seen its share of unpredictable moments, but also simply breathtaking plays. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. And with that, let's send it back to the men who will take us home in this ACC Championship, Chris Fowler and Kirk Herbstreit.
Fields it inside the 5-yard line. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. And this offense trying to build in a very impressive first half performance, trying to stretch the lead right away here in the third. Didn't quite get the play in time. It'll be delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Delay of game penalty will cost the offense 5. Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards.
Delay of game. Offense.
And the delay of game penalty will push the offense back 5. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. And this offense trying to build in a very impressive first half performance, trying to stretch the lead right away here in the third. That wasn't alert enough. Didn't get the playoff. That'll cost him 5 yards.
Delay of game. Offense.
Quarterback unaware of the play clock. That'll cost them 5. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. And this offense trying to build in a very impressive first half performance, trying to stretch the lead right away here in the third. He's escaping the pocket now. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down. Offense is off schedule here after that first down loss. Here comes second down. Looking to pass. It's Jones. And he's going to float this one to the right side. And it's intercepted. Brought down after a short return, but the pick sets up the offense at the 39.
Boy, this defense did exactly what they needed to do. Come up with a turnover here in the second half to get themselves back in the game. They get the interception. Now, can their offense come up with a way to cut into this lead?
So the NC State offense is back out on the field now. This group is coming off a quick 3-and-out. Can they put something together in this drive? The offensive coordinator begins this drive with excellent field position. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Caught near the sideline. It's Jackson. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. Defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, and stay ahead of the sticks.
Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. That's their first timeout. Here's the second down play. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
With the defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
The pass rush closing in. Snags a quick throw. Brought down to the 22. It's a first down, very near the red zone now.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
And that's a solid game before the defense able to bring him down. NC State has moved into the red zone. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Boy, how about this defense? Just so physical against the run. These guys have not been able to do anything on the ground, and it's because of that defensive line and those linebackers taking away the run game.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. It's caught downfield. Stopped right there, but it's first and goal at the 5.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
It's now second and goal.
Second down and goal. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1.
Chris, I just don't know about short gains like this, especially keeping the ball on the ground. The clock keeps moving. They need points on that scoreboard in a hurry. Got to throw the football. You cannot afford to allow this clock to keep ticking.
They'll run here on third and goal. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, NC State. That's a crucial score. Let's see if they can build momentum and complete this comeback.
Well, I know they're still trailing, but that score is a great first step in trying to break down this lead. You don't want to leave it all to the fourth quarter when the pressure really intensifies and you have limited time.
Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. On first down, it's play action. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
And you gotta love this if you... It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
To the air, it's Jones. Looking for the wideout. And he pulls in the catch. Oh, the ball's knocked loose. Defense jumps on the ball. It's a turnover.
This offense just blew an opportunity. Have a nice lead here in the second.
Second, there's a timeout on the field. The coach wants the officials to take another look at that one. Thinks he might get an overturn. So it turns out that was a smart move by the head coach using the challenge. The officials overturned the previous ruling on that play. The offense is clicking, and the defense just searching for answers now. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Handoff in a single back formation. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Looking downfield, it's Jones. And he finds his tight end for the catch. And the gain just good enough for a first down.
Chris, we get so caught up in these wide receivers and their playmaking ability and getting them the ball in space. And the defense has to pay attention to them. Often too much attention opens up an underneath drag route like this, and quarterback makes a good read. Nice first down.
And the Noles will have 1st and 10 here. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Lets it go quickly. Oh, that one's picked off. Brought down after a short return at the 20 to snuff out the scoring threat in the red zone.
What a play by the defense. Really, the only way they can get back into this game is to create a turnover. They get an interception, and they're in business.
So, here comes the Wolfpack offense back out on the field. They'll run it to the right side. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
Play action fake, looking to throw. Makes a quick catch. But a huge hit by the linebacker. What a tackle. It's a big pickup after the catch, and more importantly, holds onto the ball despite taking a huge hit.
Yeah, Chris, that's the thing that really stood out to me. I didn't think he was going to be able to hold on to that ball because of that big hit, but he does. He doesn't get the first down, but he gets big positive yards, and more importantly, I think he gains more confidence in that quarterback to throw him the ball again.
The pocket breaking down. He's got a man down the middle. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. They bring him down, but that is a huge play for this passing game. Big gain.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
High completion, good for a first down. The offense working with a new set of downs here. Gonna run it. It's Scott.
Chris, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. The freshman brings him down quickly. Urgency now for the offense that hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. On third down, he drops to throw. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. Play never had a chance. Defense grabs him for a loss.
Great job here by the defense of sniffing out this screen. You can see the defensive linemen, the linebackers, everybody running to that running back. Because of that team pursuit, it's a big loss for the defense.
Looks like the coach decides to go for 3 points here. Here comes the field goal team. And he's made it from 50 yards out, showing off the deep range.
Boy, this guy has such a strong leg. No problem. Up into the net from 50 plus.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. Return begins inside the 10. Gets it to the 25-yard line, and that's where they'll start the drive.
And your Florida State Seminoles will take over 1st and
10. Time for one more play here in the quarter. Didn't quite get the playoff in time. It'll be delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Dangerous play call here after that 5-yard penalty. This should be the last play of the quarter. Keeping it on the ground here. Finds room at the 30. Ball carrier brought down. What is the final play of this third quarter? As we break for the quarter, Kurt, Florida State is on top. So after 3 quarters of play, it's a pretty solid lead. Let's take a look at our game stats, how we got here. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Hands off to the left. Not much on that play, brought down short. Now it's second down here. Takes the handoff and he'll head left. Solid gain, moves the ball to a 43.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
So now it's third and short from the 43. Can they keep the drive going or perhaps face a tough 4th down decision? They'll try to run for the first down. And the Seminoles are moving quickly down the field.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
The Seminoles are moving quickly down the field.
42 Spider. 42 Spider.
Offense will keep it on the ground here. He's brought down, but a solid gain moves the ball across midfield before he won.
Now you're starting to see this defense, I think, wear down now that we're in the 4th quarter. It's been a tough day for them, and the offense is taking advantage of it. A lot of positive plays. Good job at eating as much clock as they can here on this drive in the 4th quarter.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll use that running game, trying to bleed the clock here. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run, but look at this. Put themselves in a perfect 3rd down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
Scanning the field, it's Kromenhoek. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on 3rd down.
Interesting call here, Chris, to throw the ball on 3rd and short. Unable to come up with a first down. Now here at 4th down, you got a big decision to make. Do you kick the field goal just to add to the lead, or maybe go for this here with a chance to drop the hammer?
They make the first down, brought down to the 3rd and 1. The Noles come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. And now the handoff. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down. And that's the 2-minute warning. This offense looking to run out the clock and secure an impressive win here today. Running game is working. They'll stick with it on first down. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
Gives it to the back. Picks up a gain here. They'll stop him just a few inches short of the first down mark. Crucial third down coming up in the red zone. Can he keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? On third and short, they try to pick it up on the ground. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Things just appear to be a bit out of sync from the get-go on that one. Give credit to the front seven of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
And the field goal is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Now, it's always a special year and a moment these players will never forget. They can call themselves champions of the ACC. With everything they put into it, now the spotlight will get even brighter. With the playoff spot locked up, we're going to find out how they'll fare against the other best teams in the country. And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.